Hey guys, welcome to Weekly Tech Fuzz for this week. But before anything else, we will do a minute of silence tribute to a fallen friend. Okay, guys. So before we start with Weekly Tech Fuzz, we'd like to pay tribute to a fallen friend. Of course, this is a very well-known smartphone photographer, macro photographer, travel photographer, a very avid hobbyist. So this is our good friend Elena Taiza. So please do keep saying prayers for her and wish her family well. All right.
All right.
Okay, good evening, guys. Um, so we started the show, of course, quite unusually, but we found it quite
Appropriate.
fit for appropriate for the news that we had to break this morning. So, yun, si Elena is a good friend of ours, of course. Fellow member of Focus Bulacan, and many things. When we started doing workshops from home during the start of the pandemic, she was also the very first speaker. And even I, at the moment, hindi ko alam na nung nagto-talk siya, she was already undergoing chemo. So that's something I would definitely never forget about her. Even in the midst of her suffering, she was there to share, to inspire. No? So, very thankful for her. Ayun, syempre medyo naluluha ako. Glenn, how are you?
Okay naman. Okay naman. Pwede tayo mag-revamp ng konti.
Yeah.
Rewind tayo. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Glenn Lopez. Welcome to WTF Episode 4. Episode 4, grabe. Magmamantseri na tayo, Nico.
Oo nga.
Magmamantseri na tayo. And with
To
me...
everyone who's watching us, and especially those who have been watching from episode 1, maraming salamat at happy Mansari sa ating lahat.
Happy Mansari sa ating lahat.
Paki-share po at paki-comment Happy Mansari WTF.
Okay, grabe na may hashtag na yun. Okay, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram hindi pa, but our Instagram account is already up. Abangan nyo yung mga product photos na isi-share namin doon. Definitely on YouTube and on our Facebook, we will have snippets of our live streams. Definitely. Malay nyo, may mga additional content. And abangan nyo mga... Sana hindi kami magkaroon ng TikTok account, pero tingnan natin kung magkakaroon kami eventually ng TikTok account.
Wala namang masama ah.
Walang masama sa TikTok account. Pero gusto ko ng live selling Facebook na account. So, yun yung gusto kong abangan dito sa show na to. Nico, kamusta ka?
I'm good. Medyo, I'm still a bit rattled from the news today, but medyo excited tayo for the episode today, and siguro before anything, let's go greet those who are watching. Siyempre,
Sige,
unang-una, batiin natin the very first guy who commented and tuned in. Mr. Ted Claudio, what's up din sa'yo? Magandang gabi, Sir Ted. Si Ken Guevara, he PM'd me this morning. Although sorry Ken, hindi na ako nakasagot kasi nga may development. But he sent me a message this morning saying that he's gonna watch tonight specifically because he is looking to get that thing that we are reviewing for tonight.
Wag naman get, buy na lang, buy. Para naman,
Ayun,
para safe tayo. Sige, meron pa nito.
Si Joshua Antiampo is here.
Yep.
Grace Orbon, hello. Of course, Robert Ilagan. Guys, batiin niyo si Robert, birthday niya nung, kailan ba yun? Monday?
#Robert cares.
Sabi ni Sir Ted Claudio, malakas daw ang photography sa TikTok.
Magsisimula na. Simulan na natin yan. Hi Gerald, hi Martin. Yeah, okay. Since nandito na kayo and nag-grab na namin yung attention nyo, mag-activate ako ng poll. So, ang tanong ng bayan sa show na to parate ay, nabudol ka na ba ng WTF? Hindi kami pwedeng sumagot yan kasi lagi naman kami nagbubudulan ni Nico Valenzuela, di ba? So, nabudol ka na ba ng WTF? And answer that poll, Facebook poll, in the Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Malamang, sagutin niyo yun, di ba? And also, mag-acknowledge na ako na isa sa mga partners natin. We have Candid Coffee. We are caffeinated by Candid Coffee. At nagkakape si Nico ngayon. Congratulations. And they have this single origin bundle for 1,200. I think this is 250 grams or 200 grams. So, don't forget to grab your coffee beans. And they have other coffee items as well. Di lang tayo nagpaparaffle today. May partner na rin tayo sa show na to.
Yes.
Alright. Don't forget again to answer the question for tonight. Nabudol ka na ba or malapit ka na bang mabudol ng WTF? And we are hoping that malapit na kayong mabudol ng show na to.
Mm-hmm. And,
alright.
nga pala, let's acknowledge naman the fact that today on the monthsary of WTF also, actually, I think if I'm not mistaken, around yesterday, we hit 1,000 likes and followers on Facebook.
Thank you so much sa pagsuporta nyo dito sa show natin. And this is also a milestone. We are at 33 live viewers. Peak live viewers. And sabay-sabay ito. And we have one
That's
viewer
true.
currently sa YouTube.
That's true.
At nawala na siya.
So we can keep them.
Yeah.
As early as now, let's announce the mechanics of our raffle for tonight.
Our raffle for tonight is brought to you by our partner, Urban Gadgets. So,
Yes.
featured na naman yung noon namin, but win a brand new Sennheiser HD100 headphones. 2 things to do. Number 1, share this stream and make sure that it is a public post. And number 2 is like this page, WTF Weekly Tech Fuzz, and the Urban Gadgets page. Be sure to be watching during the draw at the end of the show. And meron tang mga naka-experience na friends natin dito na muntik na manalo. Muntik na mabunot yung pangalan nila. Again, win a brand new pair of Sennheiser HD100 headphones, care of Urban Gadgets. So don't forget to share the stream and like this page and also the Urban Gadgets pages. Nico, punta tayo sa ano.
At the end of the show, we will be drawing the winner. But the winner has to comment right away. If not, we will draw another winner.
Parang Christmas party pero February.
Oo. Totoo.
Okay. Sige. Bakit ayaw lumabas ng comments ko dun sa... alam ko na. Okay. Meron lang akong... Nakalimutan ko pala i-trigger. Ito na naman tayo Kapag ikaw yung producer, tsaka ikaw yung nagko-control ng lahat, parang ang hirap. Yes! Lumabas na siya. Okay. Para mabudol pa kayo lalo ng show na to, we've come up with a couple of posters. Put together a couple of posters that will make sure that you purchase something in the next 7 days.
Yes.
Let's go.
Generally, the template of the show is we do tech news. Pero since nung CES and the weeks after, lalo na the other week, medyo umulan ng tech news for this week medyo medyo malumanay no? Medyo kalmado.
Medyo
So
kakalma tayo.
instead, we will share some budol news.
Okay. Let's
So
go.
these are deals that you can catch for the week and for the month of February.
Our first bundle today, our first Boodle news is actually a Chinese New Year sale for case, no, up to 60% discount. 7 days to go, kailan to? Basta 7
Chinese New
days to go. Okay, Chinese New Year. And, ayan, I think, alam ko na yung huhugutin ni Nico.
Oh.
Alam ko na yan. Kung meron siyang ipapakita na case lens, meron din tayo ipapakita na case lens. Yan.
So of course the distributor of Case Philippines, yung kaibigan natin si Tristan Kua. I don't know if he's watching, but yan. They're going on sale for Chinese New Year and definitely catch that, guys. 60%. So, 'di ba, around how much na lang yan?
Wag tayo mag-math sa show na to. Okay, next one is...
of course, still ongoing is the Sony 35mm f1.4 G Master pre-order promo. It's still ongoing and you still get the freebies that are a 64GB SD card and a G Master Peak Design strap. So, I think nasabi natin last week kung gaano ka-rare yung strap na yan kahit po ako ay wala pa niyan.
At wala tayong mabibili niyan. Pero pwede kang bumili ng lente.
Yeah.
Pwede kang bumili ng lente. And then the next up is if you are in the market for a new camera, the Sony A7C is actually on sale at a good deal. January 29 to February 20, kala ko 31 eh. 12 months, zero interest. Comes with the same FZ100 battery, peak design strap, 64GB SD card. The price is on your screen. Ayun
So kung 12 months, edi ano na lang yun? 10 point something per month.
Sabi ko nga sa'yo, huwag na tayo mag-math. Basta kaya na nilang i-math yun.
Nananawagan lang tayo kay Robert Ilagan.
Correct. Ayan na nga, kapit nga lang daw. Okay. What you missed, actually, kakaiba tong, we got this poster, Nico got this poster, and what we missed, February, ano ba yan? February 3 ngayon. Joke lang, February 5. Sorry, lost na po na. Last February to, up to 50% off sa mga accessories na to. And the reason why we're showing this is because we missed out on this. Baka kailangan natin abangan ito. And next promos.
Really good deals.
Definitely. Okay. Nico, merong isa dito na, ang tawag dito, yung mga next slides ay actually sa'yo to.
Yun, from our friends from ROG, grabe guys, hindi na namin iisa-isahin because this is quite a hefty lot. But basically, I will enumerate the series that are involved in these sales. So, of course, we have the ROG Zephyrus Duo 15. Ito yung legendary na dual screen laptop of ROG. Next, we have the Zephyrus 5 series, and you can see the special bundle worth 32,000 pesos. The Zephyrus M series with also a special bundle. The G15. Ang dami, guys. The Zephyrus G14.
Actually, ako gusto ko to. Yung Zephyrus G14.
Actually, para sa iyo yan.
Para sa akin ba talaga to?
Yes!
Very good, very good. Ayan. Makikita niyo naman yung mga bundle, may kasama siyang bag, which is very nice actually. Meron akong, kung nanonood ka, Boss Sep, na-enjoy ko yung bag na kasama nung isang ROG na laptop na galing sa'yo. So, meron ding Scar series. Oh, may headset pang kasama. Yung isa.
So, for more information about these guys, of course, you can head over to the Asus ROG page. Ayan. Pero, dun tayo sa, I think there's, yan. Also, our dear friends from ROG are inviting us to join the online launch of the ROG Zephyrus Flow X13. So, opo, yan ay isang laptop. So, basically, it's an inverting laptop or a transformer laptop that you can use as a tablet as well. So, medyo excited ako. I think our friends from ROG will be sending that to us in a few weeks' time.
Hindi na
So
pwede
that's
pala
something fun.
mag sana all ngayon, di ba?
Oo.
Sana galingan mo. Ayan. Galingan mo para meron ka din. Okay. Sorry na nasingit ko to. No? Meron kasi yung binubuong PC na white build siya. So, ROG Strix 3070 na lang yung kulang. Hindi siya naka-sale, pero kung magpapabudol ako, pwede tayong magpabudol dito sa item na to. Okay. Ayan. Ayan, tapos na yung balita na yon. Are there anything on our list that you are interested in? Send us a PM, maybe we can send you the price list. But definitely, hopefully, we can make budol you through this show. Okay. Ayan. Are you in the market for a new laptop, Nico?
No, but I might be when these things start coming.
Kinabahan na
Grabe.
kinabahan na.
Grabe. No,
Ayan.
definitely something I'm excited about is the new version of the ZenBook Duo. One of the developments in it is the improved na screen pad. So, I think medyo mabubudol ako ng sarili ko dun.
Sige. Ayan. Habang nagpe-prepare tayo para sa next segment natin. Again, question of the day is, nabudol ka na ba ng WTF? Make sure that you answer the poll here on Facebook. And also, our running promo for tonight, win a brand new Sennheiser HD100 headphones. Just do two things. Number one, share this stream as a public post. And like the WTF Weekly Tech Fuzz and Urban Gadgets pages, and be sure to be watching during the end of the show for the draw. Hindi nyo matatansya yan kasi hindi nyo alam kung gaano kahaba yung next segment natin. But definitely, if you have questions or anything or comments about the product that we're about to show you, and we are pretty excited about this particular product, definitely leave them down in the comments. Nico, simulan na natin. I-unbox ko pero ikaw ang maglalabas ng item. Kaya natin yan, di ba? Okay. Tonight, we are playing around with the Insta360 One R 1-inch edition. And pag tinago ko ito nito, ilalabas mo yung item. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yun, no? Kakaibang unboxing. Hindi ko binuksan yung box. Pero napunta sa kanya. So, kung naaliw kayo dun sa magic na yun, wag po kayong umalis sa Facebook Live namin. Okay, let's begin. Go ahead, Nico.
All right. So today we are checking out, of course, the Insta360 One R. And medyo maraming version nitong camera na to. No? But particularly, this, I think, is one of the best from their line. Because it's the only one, as of the moment, with a 1-inch sensor. No? So, yun pa lang, with the 1-inch sensor, alam mo na that there's so much more capabilities in terms of image quality, in terms of light gathering. So, for context, yung mga yung mga usual natin na action cameras, mga 1 is to
1 to 2.33 basta.
Something like that. So, it's a much smaller camera. It's much smaller sensor, actually more similar to the smartphones that we have. So this one is it packs a sensor that is 1 inch. So nasa mga 6 times bigger, if I'm not mistaken.
Grabe, may math na naman. Okay. May mga close-up shots mga close-up shots si Nico for tonight. No? So this is the nalilito pa rin. Insta360 One R. Tatalon lang ako dito kung ano yung nakikita nila sa screen. As you can see, it's already modular. Okay. Napapanahon kasi parang ang pag-aaral ng mga bata ngayon ay modular. This one, it comes in 3 modules. The red one at the bottom is actually the battery. Tama, di ba? It's the battery.
Yes.
The one on the left-hand side is actually the one with the screen and the controls, which is a touch screen. And then you have the camera or lens module on the right-hand side, which features, this was co-designed, tama ba? Co-engineered with Leica.
Yes.
So, ibig sabihin may quality yung produkto na to. Okay, go ahead, Nico.
Yan. Actually, if anything, usually kasi medyo nagdo-doubt yung mga tao with the co-engineered with Leica. But I can definitely say, um, usually when you're working with an ultra-wide angle lens with a fish-eye lens, you would know na sobrang lala nung mga yan sa flares, especially when you're shooting directly against the sun. But I really can see how well they designed the glass on this one. Na even if it has even the protective filter, hindi nagiglare. I haven't seen any glare. I've done a couple of time lapses which we will show later. No, but yun nga. The best thing about this actually is it's very modular. So sige, ano natin, medyo i-disassemble natin.
Sige, go ahead.
On camera. So this is the battery, and there are also available replacement batteries and extended life batteries. We will show you later. And it basically divides into 4 parts. Also, we have the filter right here. So, nung una akala ko it's actually the lens that's making it wide angle. But this is actually just a filter. And if I'm not mistaken, there will be filters for underwater in the long run. So, mas kasi sa bulbous na front element like this, hindi ka pwedeng gumamit ng filter na naka-screw in lang the usual way. Kasi of course, magbi-vignette. So, it's another way, in-engulf ngayon ng filter yung ating camera.
So, nagpas na siya dun sa cover nung gilid ng filter. Yeah. Kaya wala na siyang vignette. Tama, yes. Diba? Okay.
Yep. Tapos, ayun. So, these are the 2 main modules, of course. I'm guessing this is the processor and the main computer of the camera. Nandito din yung screen. And
tsaka yung
this is
power.
The camera.
Power button and the shutter button.
Mm-hmm. What's nice about it? Kasi diba, usually for action cameras, like the typical GoPro, for example, if you have it like this, huwag natin ikabit yan. But if you have it like this, so you have the screen here, and you have the camera here. But what if you want to take selfie videos? Or you want to document maybe you're hiking? So what you'll do is just take it apart, ikutin mo yung isa, and there you go. So let me just put the battery and turn it on so you guys can see.
And hindi ka maliligaw kasi may mga notches yan. Hindi yan mag-short kapag nagkamali ka ng assembly kasi hindi siya kakagat. No?
Oo. Pero naliligaw ako.
Pero nape-pressure ka.
Oo nga, nape-pressure ako.
Nape-pressure ka. Let us know in the comments if you are. If you are using any action camera. Tingnan na, baka may experience kayo dyan, di ba? Baka mamaya. Yung de-disket pa na action camera yung gamit. De-disket no? Floppy drive.
Yeah, Tito Glenn.
Okay, grabe. Luma yun. Nabasa ko lang yun.
Yun, so, as I said, one of the big advantages is that you can take videos of yourself and actually see what's on screen.
I'll show you that slide on screen para mas makita nila this particular photo. Ayan. Kung ano yung nakikita nyo dun sa right side, that's actually nakaikot na yung screen with the shutter button and also all the controls, and you will see all of the settings there. And then on the left side, of course, it's the lens that you can use.
So let's talk about a bit of the tech specs. No, so again, it packs a 1-inch sensor. It does 19 megapixels. So imagine 19 megapixels on a 1-inch sensor. That's actually very, very capable compared to the usual action cameras.
Correct.
It does 4K 60 FPS, and it even goes 5.3K 30 FPS video. Flow state stabilization. We will show you later how stable the footage is on this one. And it's actually waterproof up to 5 meters. And you can even purchase an add-on, which is a diving case that makes it waterproof up to 60 meters. Diba? And one of the things I also like about this, it's packed with connectivity. So actually, there are a couple of hindi nga siya exclusive in Insta360 accessories but it can pair with your AirPods if you want to monitor your audio while you're shooting with this very, very small camera. It can be triggered by your Apple Watch, which Glenn uses. So, mas bagay sa kanya to.
Correct. Ayan, yung
And
AirPods example kanina.
actually, ang mas na-i-impress ako, it can be connected to wireless microphones. So you're just gonna have to make use of a USB-C to audio out. Tapos wireless microphone na siya. So para sa mga medyo hardcore vloggers ito, di ba?
Oo, kapag gumagamit sila ng wireless audio system. Ayan, quick questions lang dito. How much pa Insta360? Ask ni Aleli. Wait lang, bring up this comment on screen. This is around, based on the website, this is around 17,999. And definitely, malalaman nyo pa kung bakit worth it itong particular
I think yung
item.
17,000 isn't the
Huh?
isn't the 1-inch version.
Oh, talaga? Okay, it's just the 4K
Yeah.
edition.
Yeah, let me pull up the info from our friends.
Ayan. Sorry. It's 31,699.
Yeah.
The 1-inch edition. Okay. But that's still a good price, no? For this particular unit. So, meron din siyang wireless remote that also has GPS data. You can press record and stop. You also have extended battery, an extended battery attachment. So, if you remember the red attachment from earlier, you can replace it with a bigger battery or bring more battery modules with you in case you need it. Meron ding stereoscopic module if you want to do 3D, not necessarily 360 but 3D videos. And yan, yung waterproof case which allows for ano ba ang tawag dito? Magagamit siya na mas malalim sa water. Okay. Meron pa ba dito? Ayan. Okay. Sige. May question pa ba dyan sa comments?
Well, we have some comments.
Go ahead.
Sabi ni Gerald Tipones. Ganda
Si Gerald
daw ng
Tipones.
Insta360.
Yes,
Si
maganda
Grace
siya.
Orbon, sabi niya, pwedeng pang V-Day gift. Pwede.
Hindi naman postponed
Pwede.
yung Valentine's Day, di ba?
Oo. Si Grace Orbon, if I'm not mistaken, mahalimuyak ang love life niyan.
Ayun
She's getting
lang.
married soon. So, pwede, baka pwedeng i-beke naman kay fiancé.
Ano ba to? Pwede pang V-Day gift ibibigay o tatanggapin? I think that's an important question to ask. But,
Feeling ko dapat i-pull up natin yung comment ni Robert Ilagan.
ano ba to? Which one? Yung relationship goals?
Hindi, yung bago yun.
Wala eh. Add to cart na yung nakalagay dito sa ano ko eh.
Sabi niya, oh my God, pwede na kami mag-selfie ng crush ko nito.
Try ko hugutin yan mamaya. But we have another question right here from Joshua James Antiampo.
Yep.
How about the video resolution? Can this one do 4K? It can do more than 4K
Yes.
actually.
So it does 4K at 60 frames per second maximum. And it can even do 5.3K at 30 FPS. That's
Kung
actually
kulang
very,
pa.
very capable, diba?
Kung kulang pa yung 4K para sa detalye na kailangan mo, mag 5.3K ka. Correct. Ayan,
Pag 8K na yung kailangan mo, rekta na tayo sa A1.
iba na yung gamit, no? Ayan, ganda. Perfect for sports talaga, in action sports, no? Actually, siya, very convenient din siyang gamitin. Do you wanna show some images to you?
Yeah. Alright. So, syempre hindi naman tayo mas-sports na tao at wala rin naman paraan para mag-sports sa panahon ngayon. So,
Dapat,
we basically just took
sideswipe
sample
lang tayo.
photos.
Dapat walang nagsa-sport sa panahon
Dapat.
ngayon. Okay.
Dapat. Totoo yan. Pero meron may nakikita ka.
Kaya nga eh.
Sila na
Please lang, stay safe.
Alright. So, if you guys read my articles on F-stoppers, you would know that I am a huge fan of the 1-inch sensor. Um, Typically, you would never see me leave the house without my camera that has a 1-inch sensor. And alam ni Glenn yan, alam ni Robert yan. Partly because medyo binubudol ko din sila pag dinadala ko yan. But of course, there's really no question with the image quality that 1-inch sensors can give. And particularly, hindi na I didn't question the resolution on this one. But actually, medyo ang mas tinignan ko is chromatic aberration, because chromatic aberration is more rampant in very, very wide angle lenses. But for this one, sayang hindi tayo nakapaglagay ng zoomed in version, but it's very, very good in terms of that. We don't see any aberration. And what I like is that I think medyo customary naman ito with mga action cameras. There are choices in terms of your angle of view. Of course, this is the view that's ultra wide. This is the widest that the camera goes. And you can also put linear, so medyo i-maintain niya and try to avoid the distortion. And you can do also narrow, which zooms it in and crops it in for a bit, but not really giving away too much of the resolution. Yun. Syempre, another thing that we expected from this is that low light capability should be better than the usual action cameras. And we tested that both in photos and videos. And even if this was taken in a very dark situation, you can see that number one, the camera did go a higher ISO, but kasi makikita mo na habang naglalakad si Glenn, medyo wala siyang motion blur. But even if it went a higher ISO, you can barely see any problems with noise.
Actually, dapat dito pa lang makikita mo na noisy. Even if you're watching on a lower resolution na over Facebook Live or over YouTube, no? So, it's something that you can see already, especially kung medyo allergic ka sa noise. Si Nico, allergic yan sa noise. Lalo na kapag lumagpas siya ng ISO 400, medyo nangangati na siya. So, ayan. Yeah, merong isang video na hindi nag-play, but you have a photo here that shows SDR?
Yeah. This is actually medyo mas surprised ako with the dynamic range. As you can see, this is literally facing the sunset. So we took this camera up on the roof deck, and we also did the time lapse of this. But the still images themselves, very, very capable siya of rendering detail even in such a high dynamic range situation. Yeah. So, ayun. What I noticed, hindi ko alam if it's just a factor of the software that also crops the photo. But what I noticed, yung dalawang photos na magkasunod na yun, they were taken on the same angle. And as you can see, it's as if it really avoided to have the verticals distorted. So medyo surprised ako dyan sa fact na yan.
And you can attribute it to the fact that even if it's only one lens, and even if they're cropping in this particular sensor, they did well on putting in an algorithm that eliminates those distortions, which is an important thing. So, ako kasi medyo ine-embrace ko yung distortion ng ultra-wide. Ako okay lang sa akin ito. But for a person like Nico that does landscapes, parang mas gusto niya yung linear. Ako kasi, wide. Yun yung gusto ko ipakita.
The architectural photographer in me cringes when I see buildings na
Ako naman gusto ko yung ganitong view kasi para, medyo malapad talaga yung view na meron dito. Okay.
Yeah. Sabi ni Ranel Gango, ganda daw pang BTS and time-lapse habang shooting landscapes. Tama. And I-mention na rin natin, nanonood ng ating kaibigan na si Dennis Murillo. Dennis, I think this is a perfect BTS camera for you and your YouTube videos.
Correct, correct. I mean,
Diba?
ito yung B-roll nung A-roll mo ng BTS. Grabe yung intense ng ano niya, no? Ng BTS video niya. 2-cam setup pa. Tapos may third cam pa siya para doon sa kanyang pag-shoot mismo. Ayan.
So we also tried a bit of time lapse. This one particularly, magkasama kami ni Glenn. We were going to a meeting, and of course, kung nakikita niyo yung mga posts ko, this is my overly photographed balcony.
So kaya kilala niyo si Nico, dapat niyo na. Alam niyo na yun yung balkonahe niya. And yung example na yun, yung first example, yung ang tawag dito, yung time lapse, yung parang hyperlapse dito is it's the most expensive dash cam that you can use. I mean, we cannot discount the fact that you can mount it on your on the front of your vehicle on your windshield, and ayun, pwede ka mag-time-lapse din. At least, if you have vlogs, di ba, pwedeng B-roll siya. And I think what you can notice here with the video, even if there's a bit of banding, dito sa time-lapse na to, makikita nyo, humahabol ka agad yung sensor. And that speaks of the dynamic range of this particular sensor for this particular camera. No? And na-enjoy ko siya. Actually, kahit tingnan ko yung banding ng konti, medyo, alam mo yun, meron kasi na gusto mo malinis, but if you're carrying something like this should be enough. No, hindi naman yun yung primary point ng video mo. So, you want a time-lapse, then you put it there as...
Actually, to be perfectly honest, and I think Glenn knows this gusto ko mag-time-lapse, but I don't want to do it with my main setup. So, if ever I would make use of a camera like this, it would really be for time-lapses. Kasi, I don't want to use my main camera for time-lapse. Tapos, syempre, kapag halimbawa, nasa bundok tayo, medyo hindi rin naman favorable to have another big camera to do time-lapses. Although, we have a friend who does that, si R.A. Valderrama. He makes use of 2 full-frame cameras. One for shooting stills and one for shooting time-lapses. Medyo for me, hindi siya kaya ng, katawan. Hindi pala kayang buhatin, no?
Hindi rin kaya ng bulsa.
Yeah. Before anything else, guys, let's remind everyone again of the mechanics of our raffle. And kung nakikita nyo, medyo nagtatype ako kasi I'm listing down the shares. Now, I see a lot more shares dun sa tab, but when I check those who shared, hindi natin nakikita lahat. So, please make sure that your post is public, especially kung hindi tayo Facebook friends, dahil hindi natin makikita yon at hindi kayo masasama sa draw.
Ayan, sige. Balik tayo dun sa... Actually, yun na yung... meron pang isang feature na importante nating pag-usapan, Nico, and I think you did it for this particular video.
Yeah.
You were trying it for this particular video.
Yeah, so actually for me, another use of an action camera like this is to create these casual videos, or maybe mga videos on route to a certain location, probably for my YouTube content or whatever. And well, I don't own a gimbal. I own a smartphone gimbal, and that's it. I don't own a gimbal for my bigger cameras. So I'm really impressed with the stabilization, the flow state stabilization of the Insta360. And as you can see, you still see the steps, but you can see na parang medyo flowing yung movement instead of
jagged
nauuga,
yung...
diba?
Correct.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I wish dapat pala pinakita natin yung dapat nag-try din tayo ng naka-off yung stabilization.
And that's true. But given what you're looking at, this is low light, this is handheld. So if you put those two things together, number one, low light, dapat mas mabagal yung shutter speed. So hindi mo naman nakikita nagbo-blur yung footage, no? Hindi siya yung irritating because of that 1-inch sensor. Number two, because of flow state stabilization, steady pa rin yung shot, di ba?
Yeah.
Hindi
And do
siya
keep in mind,
halita.
na ito naka-ultra wide siya. So of course, if you don't know about the technology of these in-body stabilization of cameras, basically yung mga ganyan, nasa-stabilize siya kasi nagka-crop siya ng konti just to give way for the shake. Medyo hahabulin niya ngayon yung shake with the extra space na naka-crop out. So you can expect that if you use yung mga ibang angle of view, like if you use the narrow version or the linear, I'm pretty sure mas stable pa than this. But this on its own is actually really, really impressive already.
And pag pinag-isipan nyo, it can shoot 5.6K. It actually gets the information from that particular sensor for you to be able to shoot, tama ba, Nico? 4K?
Yeah.
4K kapag naka-on yung flow state stabilization. No? But if you really need the detail, turn it off, go 5.6K, and then put it on 5.3. Put it on a tripod and let's go, 'di ba? Kunin mo lahat ng detalye na kailangan mo. Okay. Kung may questions kayo, guys, let us know in the comments. Again, the Insta360 One R 1-inch edition is around 31,699 pesos from our friends from Urban Gadgets.
Yes.
Or sagutin nyo na rin.
There are also a lot of other variants of Insta360, diba?
Yes, definitely. Ako personally gusto kong subukan yung 360 module niya. Which would allow you to shoot 360, 360.
Tapos mag-live stream tayo ng 360 na.
parang mga tao required na naka-goggles na sila. But we can put this in our arsenal to put together better videos, no? Actually, yung isang na-shoot ko na video dito was time-lapse ng ng pagbubuo ko ng computer. Ayan. Try ko lang i-pull up. Nico, entertain mo muna yung mga bisita kasi baka ma-pull up ko siya dito.
Actually, we have a minor segment that we almost forgot, diba? Meron tayong minor segment na tinatawag natin na gas acquisition of the month. So, well, to be honest, kami ni Glenn medyo meron kami almost every month. Si Glenn nga nung pinag-uusapan namin to, sabi niya, "Okay, meron na akong gas for the week." Sabi ko, "Wait lang." For the month yung usapan natin eh. Well, guys, mukhang balak niyang bumili ng iba't ibang bagay every week. So, tignan natin. But personally, hindi ko alam kung ano ba, nilalaglag ko ba yung sarili ko. But in the process of coordinating, of course, with our partner brand or partner company for tonight's live stream, medyo nabudol ko yung sarili ko. So, yun yung pinakita ko. So I got the Xeon Smooth X smartphone gimbal from, of course, Urban Gadgets. No, so saan ko to gagamitin, guys? Hulaan nyo, saan? Sa TikTok videos.
Yun lang. TikTok mo pala siya gagamitin.
Alright, so what I like about the Xeon Smooth X, sobrang handy niya eh. If you're familiar with the smartphone gimbals of, say, 2 or 3 years ago, those gimbals are very, very bulky. And parang you would fear na mababali mo siya in the process of assembling it. But this one, actually, all you have to do is twist it like that. Then, of course, insert your phone. And I was a bit worried because the ROG Phone 3 is a bit bulkier than the usual smartphones. Pero kuhang-kuha naman niya. And honestly, one reason why I don't personally own a gimbal is a gimbal for my bigger cameras is because ang tedious nung process to balance them. But this one, you turn it on with the button right here. And there we go. Hindi pa pala. Yeah. Tapos, ang dali din niya i-connect. You just turn it on, go to the app, and it automatically connects for you. So, the difference lang between this one and the other smartphone gimbals, this is a 2-axis gimbal, which is also why it's quite affordable. If I'm not mistaken, this is under 4,000 pesos. And it already comes with a tripod, a mini tripod, plus this carrying case. So I think that's called the Essentials Pack. So personally, I will be using it for some casual videos and for TikTok videos. O, diba? May
Grabe
ganun
na,
pa.
may TikTok pa rin na involved.
And TikTok videos. Yeah.
Ayan.
So, ano kasi, honestly guys, for the first 2 months that I was on TikTok, it was something commissioned by the agency that handles TikTok. Pero sa ngayon, I'm actually very grateful for the people who follow me on TikTok kasi very, very supportive sila. I know some of them are also some of them are also watching our live streams.
I support you on TikTok. Parang iba yung gusto sabihin eh.
Yun.
Ano,
Before
Nico,
you
ako na
show
ba?
your footage, Glenn, confess mo muna yung sa'yo.
Ano yung ko-confess ko? Okay. Paano ko confess yun? This particular thing already had 3 versions. Actually, 3.5 versions already. Medyo nakaka-addict siya and it's my new, ba? Kasi you really dive into doing this, no? So, pero bago ko puntahin, ano po TikTok niyo po, Sir Nico? Sabi ni Allen.
May ganong question.
Ayan, may question. Nandyan siya.
Nico Valenzuela po sa TikTok.
Ayan, Nico Valenzuela. Okay, going back. Actually, itong nagpabudol sa akin ay
Good job.
medyo kina-addikan ko siya.
Wala
It's
akong
the
punto na.
computer that I've been assembling for 6 months na yan. 6 months na. So, last October, November, December,
6
January,
months yung
February.
time-lapse na yan?
4 months pa lang yung computer na to. Pero nakatatlong case na yata. Ito na yung pangatlong case niya.
Try natin mag-game night.
But it's something that I've been playing around with
Tas commentate
primarily
tayo.
because I want to improve my live streams as well. So this particular time lapse is
sige,
actually
sige,
taken by
pwede.
the Insta360 One R.
Ay,
So,
wait lang.
nakailang angle din ako dyan and
Ano nga
trinay ko
pala,
mag-live
rapid
stream
fire?
for this particular effort. Pero parang baka mag-umaga. So, makaumulit
Wala nga,
na yung
rapid
mga
fire.
tao na nanonood.
Wala.
Okay.
Nice one.
Hindi ko lang pwede ako magsabi ng brands, but definitely the brands that I used here,
Yeah,
sobrang
random
happy ako. It's a white build. Don't ask how much I've spent on this because I haven't totaled it yet. But definitely, this is an investment. Hopefully, this is a
Ayaw ako
justified
dyan eh.
investment.
Ayaw ako ng bomba-bomba eh.
Saan na yun? Ayan, yung black na case na yun is actually the old case. Ito yung tinatanggal ko yung processor. For
Hey,
that
Rice.
time. Maybe if you want us to talk
Nabubog
about
ko na yun,
computers as well, aside, of course, including Asus
Hey.
computers, let us know in the comments.
No,
below
you tried this
kung
before.
meron pa kayong gusto. Ayan,
Before we
yan.
move on, siguro for one last time, let's remind them of our raffle. Because
Okay,
again, guys, you have to share now, and also you have to keep watching until the draw because you have to respond to our prompt.
Prompt. Okay, the raffle for today. Again, don't forget you can win a brand new pair of Sennheiser HD100 headphones. Brought to you by our partners from Urban Gadgets. 2 things to do. Number 1, share the stream. Make sure that it's a public post. And number 2, make sure you like the WTF page and also the Urban Gadgets pages. Mukhang nalalapit na yung raffle natin, Nico. Ayan.
Sige. So, before we end this review, Glenn, personally, how would you, what are the things or the applications that you would make use of the Insta360?
Lagay natin siya sa screen. The Insta360 One R, from experience, I would use this as a BTS camera, something that you can put on the side. And the biggest accessory na pwede gamitin, don't forget this can be mounted on other action camera accessories. as well, given the mount na, I think hawak mo, Nico. Meron ka dyan.
Mm-hmm.
'Di ba? Given that particular module, but also there's a 1/4 20-inch underneath na accessory na kasama. So you can mount it using other mounts as well. Tapos madali na siyang gamitin as a BTS camera or as a vlogging camera and so on and so forth, no? And you're shooting at 4K.
Mm-hmm. Ako
How
naman
about you?
personally, as I said, even if I have dreams of producing better videos, producing more YouTube videos and also BTS videos of my travels, my adventures, my climbs, whatever, I don't think I would ever bring another camera, another full frame mirrorless, for example, just to do time lapse. I wouldn't bring just to do trail videos because honestly guys, ako lampa ako eh. So when I'm out hiking, I need both hands. Or at the very least, if I'm shooting with one camera for stills, I'm gonna need that other hand to hold on to things. No, so another use that I would have is aside from time lapses would be to probably mount it on my bag or my chest tapos make use of that as a perspective for when I'm shooting. I think yun yung pinaka magiging application. But of course, there are so many more applications to the Insta360 One R and specifically the 1-inch edition. For photos itself, for maybe selfies, wide-angle selfies, when you're on vacation. Meron din kasi talagang mga tao na when they travel, they don't like carrying around really big cameras, diba? There are people who would choose to just bring a phone and they'd be happy with that. And there are also people who would choose to use action cameras, no? Pero I think feeling ko pagka if I make the purchase of an Insta360 action camera, baka medyo maging active ako. Baka medyo mapa-surfing tayo, medyo
Habang naka-face mask ka, no?
Yeah.
Tsaka face shield. Suot mo pa rin yung, or dala mo pa rin yung Insta360 One R inch. 1R,
Yeah.
1-inch edition. Alright. Is it time
So
for the raffle?
If you guys have any questions, kinokolate ko lang po yung ating
Ngayon
shares.
tanong ko, is it time for the raffle? De, joke lang. Sige, basa muna ako ng comments habang kinokolate
Go
mo yung
ahead.
mga pangalan ng mga tao. Ano po TikTok nyo? De, joke. Ted Claudio, yung bakal at bigay ng original Osmo Mobile. Talking about the gimbal earlier. Ano pa ba? Sarap gamitin sa travel photography and time-lapse. Very versatile. Ganda pong pang BTS. Ganda pang BTS and time-lapse habang shoot landscapes. Yeah, it's the kind of camera that you can put on an extra tripod or on a grip or on a clamp and then itabi mo lang sa'yo. It's actually one clip already when you are editing. When you are editing your your vlogs, no? So if you have vlogs, let us know in the comments. Tingnan natin, silipin natin yung mga vlogs nyo. And if you have other things that you want us to feature, let us know in the comments. Definitely, we'll try our best to play around with those stuff and tell you what we think about those items. Nico,
Yes.
hindi
I
ako
think we're
magaling na
ready.
host. Nauubos yung pang ano ko. I'm waiting for your PM.
Yan. So,
Ayan na.
ano tayo, full ano tayo guys, full transparency. What I'm doing is literally listing down the people who shared. And again, medyo madami-dami po yung hindi naka-public, so I'm very sorry for those who will not be part of the list for the raffle draw. So, nililista ko siya manually and I send it over to Glenn. At si Glenn po ang may hawak ng mahiwagang ruleta to do the raffle.
Correct. To do the raffle, no? Okay.
May isa pa lang ano diyan, sharer na pag nanalo automatic forfeit kasi ano tayo, mata-trouble tayo. Syempre yung asawa ko po 'yun.
Ayun lang. Pero lagay na natin siya. So, ibig sabihin, pag nabunot siya dito, kailangan mo siyang bilhan ng headphones na yan.
Muntik na!
Okay. Congratulations, Golden Hagaman. Comment
Yes, Tito
your
Golden.
credit card number. De joke lang, huwag niyang comment. Comment mine or comment if you are still here sa live stream.
Yes, we need to see you comment in the next 20 seconds.
Grabe naman yung 20 seconds na yan.
Sige, gawin natin 30 seconds.
Ayan,
Tito Golden, comment.
You win a brand new Sennheiser HD 100 pair of headphones, but we have to wait. Kasi yung Facebook, hindi nyo lang alam, may 10-second delay yan kapag nag-live stream siya. And then an additional 10-15 seconds habang inaantay natin yung kanyang comment. Hopefully, naka-live siya or hindi niya pinost yung live stream. Para makita.
Nagtitimpla pala ng kape. No?
Correct. Baka nagtitimpla siya ng kape.
So I think we have about 15 seconds more.
Tingnan natin, pakiramdaman natin. Sabi ni Ted Claudio, I know someone who shot a 360 aerial with this. Kinabit sa drone. Yeah, it's small enough to be, I guess, a second camera for a drone or depende kung anong drone yung pagkakabitan mo.
Medyo intense yun. Pag pinanood mo yun ng naka-VR goggles ka, baka ng Superman. Diba?
Kasama yung ingay na. Dahil nakabukas yung microphone.
Yes. Okay.
Ganyan.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are gonna draw again.
So, I will remove the name.
Yep.
Kiklik ko ba yung remove? Okay, we're gonna draw again. Our next draw, again for the Sennheiser HD 100 headphones. Joshua Antiampo. Confetti.
Okay. Joshua, 30 seconds.
Grabe naman to. Grabe naman to.
Feeling ko nanonood pa to eh. Kasi Joshua, I think every week nanonood sa atin yan.
Oo nga eh. And by the way, habang naantay natin siya mag-comment, meron daw 3 tao na nabudol ng show na to. Against 22. Hindi ako naglagay ng no. Ang sinilagay ko din, malapit na. So, 22 people. Joshua Antiampo, we're waiting for your comment. Let us know if you are around. Sorry, tinamaan ko yung microphone. Baka malakas yung tunog na yun. Try ko nga i-refresh yung producer page ko. Baka mamaya nag-comment na pala siya.
Yun nga din ginagawa ko.
Yeah. Mine! Congratulations, Joshua Antiampo. You win a brand new Sennheiser HD 100 headphones. Anong gagawin niya, Nico? PM ka niya? PM niya yung page?
PM niya, ako na lang.
PM
Send me a
niya
message and I'll tell you where to claim your prize from. Of course, thank you guys. Magpasalamat tayo to our sponsor, of course, Urban Gadgets. To those who are not yet familiar with Urban Gadgets, this is medyo diverse yung collection nila of tech items, of gadgets. They have drones, they have gimbals, they have
hard
camera
cases.
bags, they have hard cases. Medyo nagpaparinig po si Glenn. They have mga smartphone cases, smartphone cables, ang dami,
accessories.
Diba? Meron pa nga Bluetooth turntable eh. Yun yung usually tinitignan ko sa Urban Gadgets. Eh.
Parang okay yun. Parang okay yun.
Oo. Meron din sila mga electric scooter, if I'm not mistaken. They have e-bikes and all that. So medyo this is, I think, the adult version of
A Toy Store.
Toy Kingdom. Di ba?
Ayan.
Si Tito Golden nag-comment ngayon lang. I'm very sorry for feeling your price. And it went to someone else. Pero sigurado ako na kayang-kayang bumili ni Tito Golden ng headphones na ito. Or maybe even the more advanced versions.
Baka audiophile ni Tito Golden. No? Baka mas okay bumili siya ng bigger headphones.
Si Tito Golden, friend natin yan from Ayala Alabang Camera Club.
Thank you for dropping by and thank you for
He's
everyone.
also a Sony user.
Thank you to everyone who watched our live stream for tonight. Again, this is the Insta360 One R 1-inch edition available at Urban Gadgets for 31,699. You can buy it off their webpage, urbangadgets.ph, and also visit their stores at various malls, I guess nationwide. No? Okay, Nico, that's another episode of Weekly Tech Fuzz.
Yes.
Let's thank
Happy
our
Mansari,
viewers.
mga
Happy Mansari.
WTF.
Definitely. At hopefully, matuloy pa rin natin. I'm still dreaming of that day na makapag-live selling tayo in a very wholesome manner. And we can
Wait
give a very good deal para sa ating mga... Wag. Mga kung ano yung mahugot mo dyan. Ayan. We'd also like to thank our partner, Caffeinated by Candid Coffee. We are Caffeinated by Candid Coffee. Again, they're offering a single origin bundle. As you can see on your screen, you can order off the order form from their Instagram page. And you'll probably see a couple of our posts with coffee from them. Again, my name is Glenn Lopez of WTF. See you again next week.
If things go right, we will have something really, really big for you guys.
Parang ano yun parang exciting yun
Alright, thank you guys for joining us.
Hopefully nabudol namin kayo. Thank you to our 1,000 followers. Thank you, Ted Claudio, for reminding us. Again, thank you, Mai, for dropping by and watching our stream.
Yeah. Actually, medyo kinabahan ako Si Ted Claudio kasi lahat ng raffle na sinasalihan niya nananalo siya. So, medyo I was half expecting na mananalo I call him Ninong Ted kasi medyo si Ninong Ted Madaming pa-raffle na napapanalunan.
And congratulations, Ted, for having that. Very good luck. We'll see you again in another episode of The Boodle Show, Weekly Tech Fuzz. See you again next week, guys. Bye. Have a good weekend.